Oh, you can't say he's a bad cat.
Stop it.
You can't say he's a bad cat because Lord forbid you say somebody's bad.
You're such a good
I'm
cat.
live, by the way.
You're such a good cat. Did you knock over things? Thank you. Where's a knife?
I'm sorry. An X-Acto knife? You do not use that with your hands. And you're gonna get that pretty little ring all clay.
No, I'm not.
Played up.
No, I'm not.
What did you say?
I say.
I have to do so much to actually make this happen right here. Well, I have to resin.
Oh. Do it right now.
Well, I have 2 sets of earrings.
Right now.
I have 2 sets of earrings I have to resin, and then I have all these Ringo ones. That...
No one's on still.
Oh, no, they're all here. There's 44 people here right now.
Them.
Well, I mean, no, but I wait for a minute for friends to come in. I was just telling you what I have to make happen to actually start making clay. And then I have to clean this entire area because I painted and then I also sanded.
You're doing so good. I'm so proud of you.
I haven't done anything yet.
You have made a lot.
Oh, but look at all my... Hold on, friends. I'll be there in just a second for you. I'm talking to my sister if you can't hear her. Look at all of my... This is my what I call my quality control pile. And then because they don't look good enough for me, so then I break them so I don't use them again. Oh. If I find them. Because if I find them, at one time I said they were bad, right?
This is sticky.
What do you mean?
The clay.
What do you mean?
It's sticky clay. Hold on.
Like bad sticky or like something's wrong with it sticky? Oh, well, yeah, because this is like, ooh.
I know. Is it okay?
Roll it out.
No,
do you want gloves?
No.
I was going to say roll it out and see what happens. Loveland.
I don't know,
guys, hold on
oily.
1 second. I have got to get...
Oily.
Loveland, it might be. That's why I'm saying roll it and it might flatten out. Okay. Hold on, friends. I will be here for you in just a second. My phone is on the charger and Loveland is getting into one of my snacks currently. Bag. Loveland, no, honey.
You can't say
telling you no.
things, huh?
Oh, I'm dropping sprinkles on the floor. No. That person earlier that said they couldn't watch my lives because the cats distract them is going to be so angry right now. Yeah, they're hissing. All right. Hey, friends. What is today? Today's Friday, so nobody's going live right now. What are y'all up to? Me and my sister, Rika. You can't see her because she's across from me.
You can show me real quick.
I can't because then they'd see the hot mess express that this clay table is.
Hi.
She says hi. We are sitting here. We are about to start making clay. You literally don't have to cut them. You can just
yes, I do. Yes.
Tear it with your finger.
Please let me cut it.
So we're sitting here making clay. I've got some of these. Oh, my camera's on the wrong side this time, right? So I've got some little Bambis. I got some little Disney earrings. It sounds like cup or orange.
No, it's not cup. Look at him. Look at him. Look at that baby.
Cup growls.
Yeah, but cup is nowhere near it.
Cup growls. So we've got all the cats here with us, and somebody today told me that they didn't like the cat distractions. So if you don't like the cat distractions,
so sorry.
Sorry. The lives aren't going to be for
cats.
you.
Cats are distracting.
They are my babies. I love our cats. They're a hot mess express, but I wanted to come on here though, and of course talk to y'all. But I also wanted to talk a little bit about my video that I put out today.
Hey girl.
Who is it? A little bit. Oh, I'm sorry, Jenna. I hope you sleep well. She says her iron is... Noodle! I almost cussed just now.
No, ma'am.
Rika brings out the bad in me. She makes me cuss. Like, she forcefully makes me do it.
That's not true.
Noodle, please stop chewing on my charger.
Don't you be bashing me like that, bro.
I need to, like, throw something at him, but everything over here, I don't, like, have... Normally, I have, like, a little squeezy toy.
Feel better?
Yeah, it's fine. I thought it was going to stick to my finger. I'm sorry.
Megan,
I'm sorry. So, yeah, I wanted to just come on here. Don't mind this in the background. That's just our monitor with our cameras. Thank you, Rika. You love seeing the cats. I'm so glad you love seeing the cats, Brenda. I don't know. I was just feeling a little spicy today. There were some negative comments on my video. And I guess I didn't have to... Rika just fell down. I didn't have to edit that video. Are you coming to say hi with Miss Stormy? Here's Rika and Stormy. Oh, Noodle, leave gunpowder alone. When you've got this many cats, the sign of the cats being around us means they're social and they love us, so I'll take it. But no, there were a lot of comments, negative
Not up there.
comments on my YouTube video today that was very negative. And I just want to clear some of that up so some of y'all can know kind of where I was thinking, because it wasn't a video I had to edit or anything. I didn't even add my intro or my outro to it. I just straight uploaded it after I finished it because it's been a chaotic weekend. Rika's bringing Noodle. She will probably bring us every cat in the house right now. Here is Noodle. He is being by far the worst tonight. They had catnip already, so they had their high.
He's exposing his genitals.
It's not very actually, is it man-like? It is man-like. He's man-spreading. You might get an appearance from Ellie tonight. I'm not sure. I know he can hear me because his door is open. So, one with my sister playing Oki. Yep, that is the video. And it also has Oki chasing Ziggy. So,
I love Oki.
I love Oki too. And I think people think I like hate him or something, or I'm like out to get him based on like the way I talked about him today. Because I do feel like I'm very sarcastic.
It is stressful for Ziggy when he's being chased around.
It's not just Ziggy either. And that's what hasn't been videoed, is it's not just Ziggy.
Yeah, he chases the other
He chased
goats.
Lulu too
Yeah, he
today.
did chase Lulu.
So I'm going to talk a little...
He also messes with the pigs.
He does mess with the pigs. So I'm going to do my little... disappointing that y'all can never find time to take part in any of the Morrow family gatherings. Well, my friend, Ellie has his dad's family, his mom's family, and then we have my family and my extended family. So sometimes we just can't be everywhere at once.
You gotta delegate your time.
You do. And so yesterday I saw my family probably from like, what, 8 o'clock?
It was late.
I didn't get there until 8 o'clock. I'm in none of the family pictures or anything like that. But you know what? That's kind of how adult life works. Once you have so many different people you have to be around because you love them. You have so many different, like when you join families, there's different areas. And it was really important for us to spend Thanksgiving with his mom's family and my family yesterday. So if you haven't ever had to delegate your time, I'm sorry. You know, that's...
Not everyone.
And we do participate in Morrow family gather. We do participate in the family gatherings. It's like people are really, like, I feel like they're catching me on a really bad day.
Probably.
Like where I'm really tired and I really don't have the couth for it right now. But like we went to the Morrow prom. We do the boat races.
Oh, it's gunpowder.
It is gunpowder. She's mean. I told you. And, I can't say she's mean. So,
Gunpowder's a little grumpy.
before we just hang out and talk, I want to just do a little PSA. And before whoever said ignore people, I know that y'all are going to like say that, and I don't mean this in a mean way at all, but it is physically impossible to ignore people. Look at all of these I have right here in front of me that I didn't even realize I had. I can't even show you.
Oh, more Disney.
Yeah. And then, so what you do is you do the cut here, and then you also cut this out, and you then layer it on top, I believe.
Yeah.
I think is how that's supposed to go.
I think so, yeah.
So just know that it is impossible to ignore them when, if I don't read the comments, I don't know what y'all want to see. I can't look at suggestions. But when I'm seeing a lot of negative comments of things that people don't understand of what is going on, I like to come on here and explain. And so, yes, I'm a little ticked off. I will be fully transparent. I am very hot-headed. I decided to do this very last minute. I told Rika, I said, I'm going to do this. Ellie doesn't know I'm doing this. We tend to try to be like, don't bring attention to the haters, but I want to, for the people that were genuinely concerned, I want to have this here so you can kind of hear my thought process and Rika's thought process. But there was some person that accused me and Ellie of not knowing how to take care of the goats. And that one really, really made me angry because they said, and then somebody came to defend me and they're like, Megan's been with goats her whole life.
Yep.
And then they were like, yeah, but being with goats your whole life or doesn't know how it means you know how to take care of them. Tell me why
you kind of learn a thing or two. It's like if you're at school all the time.
Please tell me why last night at 12:30 we were outside giving everybody their coccidia treatment because we were gone all day. Loveland, you can't do that. I don't know. So give me just a second to get Loveland because she's currently doing something she's really not supposed to be doing. Honey, I wish you wouldn't do that. I wish you wouldn't do that. It hurts my heart when you do things you're not supposed to do. Noodle is currently playing with a straw, which also happens to be Cup's favorite toy. Do you know that? A straw full.
I love that.
Yeah. Okay, so in my video today, if you haven't watched it, it was about a 10-minute video. There were 0 cuts. I started it with Rika, ended it with Rika.
Yep.
Everything. Thank you, Ricardo. He said, I am glad that Megan stands up. Because a lot of people get upset when I stand up for myself. But we're also caring for animals. And I feel like people don't necessarily know how things go sometimes if you've never been around them.
It's hard to not get mad when people say stuff about things that they see in a 10-minute video when they don't see the rest of the day that revolves around the animals.
Or if I saw you in person, you wouldn't say it to my face. You wouldn't. That's the thing. So I'm sorry if I'm looking over here, guys. I'm trained to look over here. But because my phone's charging, I had to flip it the other way. So now I've been looking over at this corner instead of this corner. So I'm going to try my best to look at y'all. So I had this video come out today. We were playing with Oki. I just want to say, I don't feel like anybody taught Oki the game of chase. Oki has just started chasing from when he started being friendly, you know? And then it's become more of a game with humans now that I know I've done it, my mom's done it, Ellie's done it, and Lester has done it on videos. But he's been doing that for a while. So it's not necessarily teaching him. And then as for Oki's chasing, yes, he's chasing Ziggy. I don't think Ziggy likes it because of the noises he's making.
Especially when y'all may not see, but Ziggy actually has ran into the fence.
Yeah, Ziggy ran into the fence, and I'm Ziggy's mom, so I know I've learned the noises. Daffy, do not hit her. I've learned the noises that he makes, and he doesn't love it. I have seen them play chase before, and it's totally okay, but today, he did not like it. I think the weather and everything, just Ziggy was not happy today, and that's totally okay. And so I wanted him to stop, and Oki wouldn't, and I know Oki's going to chase. We are not in a position where we need to change where Ziggy needs to be or anything like that. You know, they don't do it all day. I think Oki does it when he knows somebody is watching, or when he gets extra playful and the weather's really nice. He'll do it a few times a day. He doesn't chase him all day. Everything's fine, you know? So I'm not concerned about that. But think about it. When I'm also videoing, I'm not saying I'm eliciting, like, not real reactions, but sometimes I'll yell a little bit more than I might normally. Maybe there's sometimes that I'm like, Ziggy, don't do that. But in real life, I might look over and just be like, yeah, okay, you know? Just because,
making
you know.
videos is exciting when you get excited.
It is.
Sometimes.
And you also,
our reactions are a little bit more than what they would have been when we weren't super excited.
Exactly. And so, you know, you wouldn't like it if I may be out of line, but YouTubers deserve privacy in their personal life. Most rude comments come from people who are being so intrusive and unkind, who's issued open season ridiculing of YouTubers. Yes, I completely agree with you. I'm going to call you LLL because I cannot say it fast. Her handle is Living Life Loving, and I cannot say it fast. So I'm going to call you LLL. I don't know how you hold your patience so much. My cats drive me crazy. I can't have a Christmas tree. I can't have a Christmas tree either. Don't worry. The thing is with my cats, you have to understand, I do enjoy chaos. If I did not enjoy chaos, these cats would not.
She would be insane.
We would not have the cats the way they are. The cats feed off of my energy. And so, yes, they're kittens and they're wild, but they are all like crazy and I love it. I thrive off of it. The thing is, when I say they're bad or they're crazy, they're not really bad. Sometimes they do things that I don't like, but they're great cats. You know, they don't cause problems where I need to rehome them. They are not aggressive. They are in my face and so needy because they love me and they love Ellie. And they are so playful because they're happy and they get enrichment. So that's kind of why I have the patience for it. Although early in the morning when they've got the zoomies, I do not have the patience. And I try to keep around the house scrunchies and little balls that are soft, like the little yarn balls. And if somebody's being a little bit loud, I'll chunk it in some direction in hopes that it makes a noise and startles them. And then it kind of redirects their behavior. So I do that for sure. That is actually a really cute color combo.
You're welcome.
I just don't like that you're doing it as a fish. I think it could be like a really cute, I don't know, not a fish.
Maybe.
Fish are not blue.
Fish are adorable.
Sorry. So.
She's not sorry. I'm joking.
Ricardo says I need to make a bridge for the cats so they can get down from the roof. If we have to get a cat off the roof one more time, I think we're there. I think Ellie is getting really tired of doing it. Daffy is so bad about that. And see, I say bad, but you know. So the other thing that people got really mad about is in regards to the reason we've had to have treatment. I'm not going to say anything, but we have some plans coming up for the goats. You know, the goats that live here, there might be some that move, maybe not move. But just know that there is a plan in regards to what to do about the grass situation. Tilly is great. Tilly's fine. She's getting her treatments like everybody else is. No babies. But then again, I kind of said on my last live what I think her pregnancy situation is. I'm not going to make a big deal about that again because I've already talked about it in length. But yeah, so people saw, I cannot remember what I did, honestly. I'm pretty sure I did a check-in with everybody's, did I do a check-in with everybody's booties? Or did I say Hero still's a little?
Yeah, that's what you said.
So nobody has runny butt right now, okay? Hero has a little, like, stuck to his fur. The important thing about when they have scours, which is, I'm not going to say it because I don't know if they'll demonetize me. But with scours, you have to clean it off their holes, okay? So their two, you know, that whole area. Now, it's inevitable that when they've laid in it, it's going to be on their hair, right? And right now, we are trying to do the least stressful things for all of them, and that is not, okay, Lester did say he might be taking some of the animals. Okay, well, yes, that will be talked about a little bit more. We're still kind of finalizing that, and we have to get through our treatment first because we've got everybody on a very strict nighttime treatment so we can catch them easier at night. I talked about that a little bit too. Rika gets to help with that tonight. Yeah. And we don't want Lester and Jamie to have to treat any goats that might go over to Longhorn Lester's or whatever at 11:30 at night, just because that's what's been convenient and easy for us. And it has saved so much time where it probably took, what, 2 hours?
It took us 3 hours.
It took us like 3 hours when it was me, Ellie, and Rika.
It was a lot.
Last night, it probably took an hour because I was having to give 2 shots, not shots, syringes of B12 and Corib. And so, yeah, a lot of people were like, you're not taking care of him. You need to cut away all that stuff. It's covering him. It's dangerous. So and so, Lester and Jamie have said how important it is to do this, and yes, we know.
Didn't give a close-up on his butt.
I wasn't going to give you a close-up on his booty, because it's a little gross right now, but his holes are clean. He's able to do his bodily functions without a problem. Now, when we're done giving Hero medicine and he's less stressed, we will cut it off or clean it. We also cannot wash him right now, because it has been too cold. And we don't want to do anything that could upset his balance or his temperature or anything. Because ideally, I would have rinsed him off with a little bit of the hose and then cut some of it off, you know. But we don't want to do any of that until he's comfortable. And that's our opinion just on not stressing them out. What we see is there is no immediate danger right there with it being covered because nothing's covered. And so, like, I think who else had a runny butt was Lulu, Miss Pickles, and Bambi. Miss Pickles and Lulu, they look great. Theirs has already kind of naturally cleaned up themselves, like the sides. And what I'm referring to is not their holes. Those are spick and span cleaned. I would, if they were not.
It's their fur.
It's their fur that it gets stuck in. And also, it's been raining. And so some of that is mud as well because it's been muddy and they lay on the ground. And so there were a few people that were very, very mean about how we were not taking care of them. And it's like, and by the way, I said Bambi too. Bambi's great too. She's just got some residue on her fur like Hero does. But holes are clean. And I've noticed they're perking up. But here's something that I don't think a lot of people know, but we never explained this. When you do the Corid treatments, you can have a thiamine deficiency, and thiamine is what helps avoid paralysis. If you have a thiamine deficiency, goat can be paralyzed, and that's what happened with Hero when he was born. He had a thiamine deficiency, so he got thiamine injections. He can walk now. Lost. I'm sorry. I was reading somebody's comment and so that's what we did with that. And so with Corid, it's rare, but you can get a thiamine deficiency. Well, in vitamin B12 there is thiamine in it, and so we've been giving every single goat is getting Corid and B12. How much did we spend on, don't say it, but how much did we spend on a gallon of Corid today? A lot. It was a lot. And we were only able to find one B12 bottle, and I was seriously considering, do we need to go across town to go to a different one? Yeah. Because the reason we went to the one already across town is because our local Tractor Supply didn't have any Corid the other day when we were there. And I luckily had a bottle that I had used on the chickens. So we are doing our best, and I didn't want to come on here and yap all about that, but I was a little bummed about some of the comments because I was like, where is this coming from? It was a fun
video to film too.
And then people, my last bit, when I say Oki's a troublemaker, I mean it in a lighthearted, sarcastic way. Like, Oki's a little troublemaker, but he's a good animal. He's not a bad animal. But if I say, oh, Oki, you're being bad, it's like, I do not think he's bad. It's like, if I say Rocky is being bad, though, Rocky is being bad. So, just remember, I am a very sarcastic person. Very. So, just keep that in mind. But that's my end rant. I just wanted to come on here. Sorry, I know I'm chewing, y'all. I have some cherry sours from Buc-ee's. It's stuck. I just want to come on here and clear that up. And it makes me feel better to talk about it, especially on a live, because there's nothing edited here, Mm-hmm. And people can see me and see my facial expressions and see how truly, I feel about this. Because here's the thing. Are you wanting those to be magnets?
No.
Earrings?
Yeah.
How would you put them on the ear? Like where the mouth is biting?
Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm. So, I just wanted to kind of talk about it so you could see where I was coming from. I know the people that are being mean aren't watching this and don't care. But that's whatever. But what are y'all up to? I'm going to start cleaning my mess so I can actually start making clay because Rika is going to town right now.
I'm doing good.
I just don't like that cutter personally because to me it doesn't necessarily look like a fish.
Not really, you're right.
And it's big. I can deal with I don't like how big it is for a fish. You call your kittens little monsters. Yeah.
They are, sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah,
If
you have a
knew,
monster,
you knew.
and like Rika's cat, I will fully tell you.
Uh-uh.
What do you have to say about your cat? What do you have to say about your cat?
Okay, my cat is a little crazy, but I love him, so it's fun.
But he's bad sometimes.
But he's my baby. So.
But he's bad sometimes.
Yeah, he is, okay? You know what? No shame. No shame.
You gotta know what you have, you know?
It's like...
Oh, you're on the road to Maine.
Sometimes kids are bad.
Sometimes kids are bad. You know what? This is the perfect conversation because you want to be a teacher, and I do not anymore, but I was. We can say, man, this kid is being bad. This kid is being obnoxious. But does that make that kid bad? Does that make them a bad kid? No. I understand where that kind of language isn't as accepted. But if you are being a turd bucket in the moment, you're being bad.
Yeah,
and you need to simmer down. You call your cat Stinky Boy. I have way too many stinky boys. Way too many stinky boys.
Way too many names.
Oh, I have Clorox wipes here. What did you clean your thing off with? A Clorox wipe? I didn't know where you had gotten it from. Oki really loved my sister. Yes, he does. He loves new people. He loves anybody that will give him...
I give him the utmost attention.
Any attention at all. I have tried my hardest with Oki because he gets so much attention from everybody. I try when I go out there to give more attention to the goats. So I haven't been home lately. Poor baby has abandonment issues. Oh, okay. What is going on here? All right, hold on. I am cleaning. This person said, I am, oh, it's LLL. I am 67 and proud to say I am bad sometimes. You know what? Sometimes I am bad too.
We all need a moment.
I think I about threw a fit when we went to dinner tonight. Okay, this is the funniest story I have to tell you. It's so funny. So when I get around Rika, it's like she brings out the bad in me, and I guess I bring the bad out in her. And she came to the house. She didn't eat lunch. And so she immediately went and found the little Oreo dippers. Straight sugar, right? She can't handle sugar.
Who said that?
Me.
Brr.
She can't. Did that stink, Noodle? Noodle just, so I have these pair of shoes, these Vans that are just like my go-to, and I know they stink. He's playing with my shoe, and he's sticking his face in my shoe right now.
Yeah, that definitely don't smell.
Do you see him? And now he's got his foot in my shoe. Oh, Stormy. Oh, they're still kind of on catnip. There's still a lot out on the floor. But yeah, so she comes and gets this sugar, and everything's fine. What? Yes, you did. You came and you had the Oreos.
I didn't do that.
And then we go out in public and we go to Tractor Supply.
I didn't do that.
And she's acting like just literally insane. So that's kind of the mindset we're in when we get to Olive Garden. Now, we were not going to go to Olive Garden, and I told everybody, like, Olive Garden makes me sick.
Did not want to go to Olive Garden.
I did not want to go to Olive Garden. So
when we went to Olive Garden.
We went to Olive Garden. And so I was just kind of in like okay, it's Olive Garden, which I'm telling you, I don't feel good right now, Rika. My tummy is not okay.
That's okay.
I don't think I'll puke it up.
That's okay.
But it does not feel good.
It's okay.
It is so heavy. But so we're sitting there, and Rika's just doing like really stupid, like little man.
I'm eating.
No, it was little.
I'm eating.
The staring and the kind of faces she's making at me is just, it's weird mannerisms. Like sugar high mannerisms. And so I look at Ellie, who's sitting next to me, and Rika is sitting across from us. And I say, I wonder what people think when they see us, how they think we're related to each other. Because Rika's my sister, Ellie's my fiance. So they both go, yeah, we're going to ask the waiter. I was like, oh. Waiter comes over.
Said it.
I know, I didn't think y'all would ask the waiter. I try not to.
You didn't think hard enough.
I don't like to do things like that. I don't like to bring attention to myself in public, believe it or not. And so the waiter comes over, and Ellie's like, hey, I have a question for you. Like, when you look at us, how do you think we're all related? The poor waiter goes, this is a shot in the dark, but referring to me and Ellie, he's like, I'm pretty sure y'all are brother and sister, and then the other one is like the stepsister.
Betrayed.
And I was like,
amazing.
oh, I said, yeah, I'm sorry, but no. I said, we're engaged, and this is my sister. He goes, oh, I thought y'all were in high school. I was like, no, I'm 23.
I was like,
I finished
high school.
I finished college. Like, no. It was a kind of a had to be there moment. I'll say that. But it was like, I was just sitting there like, oh my gosh. Like, I looked at Ellie and I was like, no. But then we sat and we thought about it and we're like, why did he think me and Ellie were siblings? We both have blue eyes and we both have brown hair. Now, mine is a dark brown on the bottom because I haven't dyed the top. And so my hair is kind of the same as Ellie's at the top. Rika has brown eyes, brown hair. She doesn't look like me or Ellie at all. And so I think that's kind of where it came from. But I was like, no. I was like, you gave me a good laugh, though. He was, gotta give him props for being a good guy. And,
that was very, it
putting-
was very specific, you know, to say
it
that I was
was
the
stepsibling, like the stepsister. I don't know.
He really tried.
I think it's because we were all sitting there cracking jokes, you know? And I guess people, I don't know if people like young couples tend to bring their younger but older sibling, you know, to
No clue.
dinner dates with them. And
No
every time,
clue.
I think also it was funny because I take a video every time we go to dinner or lunch with Rika, me and Ellie. And I take a video of, you can see me and Ellie, and then I pan over, I'm like, Rika's third wheeling us again. And so I'm sure, you know, I'm sure he didn't hear that, or I think he might have been like, oh yeah, this is not what I thought it was gonna be. But yeah, it was a really great dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Minus the fact that I feel like icky, but you know.
We
And-
love Olive Garden.
And
Actually, Olive Garden's overrated.
Rika thinks Olive Garden's overrated.
110%. Y'all ever tried Italiano's? Go find one. It's good.
I don't think, I think that's a like our area thing.
There's one in Humble.
There's one in Humble and there's like two in Kingwood.
Go get you some.
We have a place called Italiano's and oh,
Way better.
so good. But you have to get the fettuccine Alfredo
No.
warmed up the next day. Warmed up the next day is the best it is. I'm just not a big pasta person. It's just like so heavy. I would rather.
Chocolate.
I am on a chocolate kick right now. Because, and I will say that because at Olive Garden at the end, they give you the little chocolates. And we went to Walmart afterwards to get some bunny food, and I bought the chocolates, the Andes chocolates that they give you on at Olive Garden. And then I also got some Ferrero Rochers, and then I got some York bars, and all of those are in the fridge, except for the Ferrero Rochers. We also got a cookie cake.
I do not like the way you say that.
Ferrero Rocher. What? What are you talking about?
I don't know.
You're being kind of mean. I can't.
You just said it weird.
You're Ferrero Rocher. Fiero. It's not a Ferrero. Fiero. How do you say it? It's a Ferrero Rocher. Have you ever watched
it's just weird.
You know what? Their salad was good, but we wanted to go to Saltgrass. A new Saltgrass opened next to us, but I saw people waiting outside, and
we was hungry. We wasn't waiting.
I really wanted Saltgrass salad, but I told Ellie, like, you can't go to Saltgrass unless you've got a reservation. If it's on a Friday or a Saturday night, you have to go during the day. So
it is a Friday. That's crazy.
It is Friday. I thought it was like Sunday. And then so when you texted me this morning if you could come over, I was like, surely she's got to like go to school or something.
Nah, I don't have school on Monday.
You don't have school on Monday?
No.
Why?
Teacher work day.
Oh, that's
Keep
nice.
that planning in.
They say I'm saying it correctly. It's a Fiero
I know
Rocher.
she's saying it correctly. I'm not on that bandwagon though. And I'm saying
It was so weird. I just realized Are you going to do more clay than just that?
Yeah.
Because as soon as I realized I'm on this live, I can't start doing resin because of the UV light. It'll mess with the phone and stuff.
What?
And I don't want to have I don't want to have UV light.
Oh, I thought you meant like the radiation's going.
No, I just don't want it in their eyes, even though it shouldn't affect them. I don't want that in their eyes, you know. So
it's called ASMR light triggers.
No, it's light therapy, as Dad says.
Oh.
Light therapy. But no, I feel like we had such a fun, I'm so sad that you were asleep last night when, Rika probably went to sleep about an hour after I got to my mom's house for Thanksgiving.
I am an early sleeper.
And I feel like Ellie opened up a lot with them last night. And it was so funny. I think they were so shocked. I can't tell you what happened, but
he's cracking jokes.
He was cracking some jokes that I don't think Rika would have expected him to crack.
No.
And they were just all shocked and like,
yeah.
Excuse me, I feel like I'm the only one that really sees that side of him all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then y'all, like, he comes out and he was tired too, so, you know, he was a little delusional.
Loopy.
Just a little bit. And so, you know, it was...
I get like that when I'm tired too.
Oh, I know, honey. I shared a room with you one summer.
Delulu.
I
get a lot of Delulu.
Like, psychotic. One night, it was like 12:30 and you were crying about McDonald's in my room. And the video goes, I just want McDonald's.
But like, I'm laughing.
Yeah, but she was laughing while crying. And I'm sitting there thinking...
it's embarrassing.
It's 12:30. Like, we cannot go to McDonald's.
Yes, we could. You just didn't have to.
At the time, that's a 30-minute drive. No, ma'am.
McDonald's is worth it.
Well, it's only a 20-minute drive from here, so we go to get a Coke pretty often. What do you think the temperature is here right now? They asked, and I cannot tell you at the moment. 50s. 51 is Rika's guess. I don't know. I don't know. I can't check it. DoorDash. No, we do not DoorDash because it's expensive in our area. Now, if you're in one of the cities like Kingwood, it's fine because me and Ellie did it. But now out here in the country and where Rika lives, you can't DoorDash.
Basically, where I live, there's no restaurants.
Yeah, there's what?
So it's way expensive to do DoorDash.
It would be like $50 just in delivery fee to DoorDash.
Yeah, so if I were to order food at my house, anyone would have to drive like at least 30 minutes.
And I don't even think they would deliver to you. A lot of Uber Eats won't do it.
They do not. Domino's don't even deliver. Like, bruh.
So I just said, Megan, is she your only sister? Yes, she is. She has a twin.
The one and only one she needs. Because I'm amazing.
She's a twin, and that is my younger brother. Honestly, I feel like sometimes he looks like an older brother with the way he looks right now. Like with the beard and everything.
Yeah, just a little.
Oh, somebody said it's 48 degrees in Plum Grove. They checked. You were off.
So close.
You were off.
You were off. I was so close.
So did y'all take advantage of those Black Friday deals today? I want to tell you about a deal that me and Ellie got, and I'm so happy about it. We did it at like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning last night. We were both about to fall asleep, and I was just looking at deals. I'm like, hey, Lovey.
Is Mom on there?
No.
No Mommy?
No.
Rude Mommy.
I think she's probably trying to go to sleep.
Yeah.
And so it was like, I was on Wayfair, and I am redecorating my bedroom.
Which, by the way, is a very adult website.
Wayfair?
Yes, I'm shook that Megan was on there.
I like their prints and stuff, and I wanted to look at their
that for you.
comforter deals.
What is it called?
Decorating?
No, your...
Adulting?
Your palette.
My palette, yeah. Well, just wait.
Has adulted.
So, our house is very neutral, but I love pink, and I asked Ellie if I could, decorate the bedroom pink, and he said, I don't care. So, I found a pink comforter set. It's a set for a king bed. It was originally like $360. We got it for $38, and with shipping and taxes, it was $50. And then
someone tell me that's not a bargain.
That was it was like 84% off, I think is what they said it was. And then this morning when I checked it, the deal changed. So I was like, this is good. Like, this is I'm so happy. That means now that the comforter set is coming, I actually have to change the room. So I've got some prints that I'm gonna put up, and then I have some strawberry like decals that I got from, they're like little wall stickers that I got from.
I could paint those.
Huh?
I could paint them on your wall.
No, I don't want paint. But I looked at
semi-permanent.
The strawberries.
Is that a thing? Is there semi-permanent
paint?
Yeah, is there? I'm just curious.
People are saying most dudes won't go for pink. Ellie doesn't care. He really does not care. I mean, I buy him pink shirts. He actually likes the pink stuff. So yeah, we didn't necessarily go Black Friday shopping. We did do a lot of Amazon shopping. It's just easier for us. And
I bought my Christmas.
Yes, you did buy your Christmas. I was such a good big sister, let me tell you.
She let me use her credit card.
I let her use my card. She gave me cash because she had cash, but I let her use my card. And I think she felt like a big girl, like actually putting in the information on Amazon. And I was like,
and it's not even mine.
At one point, she asked me, how do I do this? I'm like, just look at the freaking information.
It's not that easy.
It's not that hard. Like,
it's not that easy.
All the information is right there.
Where's the blue? Oh, I used it all.
Oh, honey.
What?
It's okay.
They're cute.
They are cute. No, you used the rest of your blue.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Okay, plebby.
So, Teresa had to work Walmart today during Black Friday. Oh, bless Teresa's heart.
Mm-hmm.
I purposefully did not go out during the day because I was like, I will not. And it was still bad this evening when we went. Like, there were just people
trying to get a deal.
With their children were running amok everywhere. And I was just like, Me and Rika spent a long time looking at the Barbies on the aisle because we were we were reminiscing on our childhood. I want to tell y'all a really funny story. I think I've told it before, but I love telling it because it's so unhinged of us. Me. Yeah, the deodorant. So I wanted our Barbies to experience snow. Mind you, we had carpet in our playroom at the time. Big Barbie dream house, that we got for Christmas. We were so excited about it, and we were playing one day, and we're like,
Barbie girls.
We're like, they need snow. And so we thought, how can they get snow? Well, Megan had access to a pair of scissors and her deodorant stick that smelled very fruity. And I started shaving it off and making Rika help me paste it onto the top of the house, the shingles.
Notice how I'm just the henchman.
They were always the henchmen. And then when it came to we never got in trouble for this. Mom found out about this recently, in the last year.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
And it smelled so good. But then after I coated the house in it, I took it and I just spread it on the ground because they needed to be able to make snowmen and have snow. Yeah,
we needed it.
It was really great.
It was a necessity.
And then you would go, and after months, we found that there would be clumps of white stuff just in the corners of the house. And then I never wanted to play with that house again, and always made Rika have that house because it was the gross house then at that point. Or we also got my brother Mikkel to play with us. So I would always get first choice, Rika would get third choice, and then he'd get the whatever was left over.
The third choice.
But here's the thing. He played Barbies with us. He loved us enough to play Barbies with us.
That's a different story.
Are we talking about the same thing?
Yes.
With the blanket?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
He had no idea.
Nope.
Oh, but yeah, those were good times.
We used to play Webkins all the time.
We played. No, you can't say Webkins because then people think the online one.
We used to play stuffed animal Hunger Games in the living room.
We played stuffed animals Hunger Games in the living room, and then when my mom would come home,
we would also play Hunger Games outside.
We did play Hunger Games outside. We had the little Nerf spears. I had some plastic throwing knives that I actually threw at them.
It was great.
Rika
we played in the ditch.
Yeah, that's where if you watch the Hunger Games where the gongs are, that's where we would step off in the
ditch.
And the cornucopia was the the deck, and we would literally, because
we would beat each other.
We would beat the crap out of each other with those foam spears. We got good. Like,
if you were really lucky, there would be some lemons growing on the lemon tree.
Oh my gosh.
And chunk it.
Yeah, you could take a lemon off. We used to have lemon fights. My mom, it would make her so mad when we pull them off the tree, but I'd take a lemon and I'd chunk it at someone's back. We would throw them that's when we lived deep in the woods. We'd play baseball with the lemons. It was great. Rika would build,
wasteful.
She would build dirt cakes and make like acorn, like cherries.
Mikkel, oh my gosh, Mikkel put gallon buckets, those like 5-gallon buckets upside down in the yard and used them as drums.
I'll tell. So somebody asked how old Mikkel is. Rika and Mikkel are twins, and they're 17. But this was we have a 6-year difference. So I was probably the one that was way too old to be playing all of these things. But it was so fun.
We were like 7 and 8 at the time.
Yeah, and so that would be like me, like 15. No, 15 is like freshman year of high school. I think
it was definitely younger than that. We were probably like 6.
It was probably like 6th or 7th grade for me, where I was still doing that.
You still did it in 8th grade.
In 8th grade, okay, because I started where I wasn't had summer with y'all was in drill team, and so
yeah, 8th grade we still played.
So I played with Webkins and Barbies probably until Barbie stopped pretty early, but Webkins was always a staple. So okay, what did you just say? The story that you were gonna tell that you wanted me to tell. The drums.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, the drums.
So,
funny.
Okay, if you're a parent, you know. Sometimes your kids will put on their Christmas list something that you do not want them to have. I think for a lot of parents that's slime right now, or maybe Play-Doh. You know the dangers of Play-Doh now. Have you ever ate Play-Doh? It's very salty.
It is very salty.
It's very salty. So
it's not bad for you, I don't think.
If you can give it to kids, it has to be some kind of safe. So he wanted a drum set. And he would put it for like 3 years. He put it on his list. And every time
she had to take it off.
We would give her a written list. And then she would go and type it to make it like official looking. And then she would send it out to the family. And so she would go and take it off of the list every single time. And so Mikkel finally got fed up. And he went out into the yard with some 5-gallon buckets and sticks.
And we had like an old like bird water, whatever.
And so he would, and he played them outside. And I swear, my mom had to hate her life because she couldn't tell him that like he couldn't do that anymore, because you have to admire the ambition and the creativity, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, it was very,
he flipped over what is it? A bird
He
bat.
flipped over a bird bat.
He flipped it over so that he could use it as a drum.
Yeah, I think it was great times. One time, I don't know if you remember this, Rika, but we were outside and you saw a really pretty flower, and you wanted me to pick it.
Oh, no.
And turns out it was not a flower. It was a poison oak flower.
Oh, amazing.
And so you wanted me to put it in my hair because you thought, like, I looked pretty in, like, Hawaiian, like, whatever, and I put it in my hair. Turns out I am allergic to poison oak.
I've never heard this story
later
before.
that night, I went to the store, and I told Mom that my back was itching so bad because I had touched it, and then I had probably touched my back.
Yeah.
And my whole back was this one big circle of whelps and red. And Mom is like freaking out. And yeah, it's because I had that poison oak flower.
You're welcome.
And that was all Rika's doing.
You were just so pretty with that poison oak.
I taught them how to eat honeysuckles from outside.
Yes.
We would pick wild blackberries.
Mm-hmm. We had a great time.
We would go and do that every day.
And the trampoline. Oh, we love that trampoline.
Lord. There was one night, I think, was it you out there with me?
On the trampoline?
When it broke.
Yes! It was all of us. There were so many of us on there.
We had 2 different trampolines, and this was before we got the better trampoline. This was our little dingy trampoline.
Yeah,
but it worked.
Net on the
it had no net, but it held us up. And so...
We loved the trampoline, oh my gosh.
it was me, Rika, Mikkel, and then two of my other cousins. We went out there at like 11 o'clock. And man, I think I was trying to bounce them really high because I was the oldest. And mind you, we were not young. This was probably like...
No, this was not like...
Y'all were probably 8, 9.
I think so, yeah. We were older at that time.
Like, y'all were big enough that all of us should not have been on that trampoline at once.
No, we were all big.
And I think somebody hit... It was probably me, honestly. Or... No, because I remember being in the air... Noodle!
I think Ellie went through.
Somebody hit... and went through the trampoline, cut it open, and then there's a bunch of us in the air coming down, and all of a sudden, it's 11 o'clock at night on a weekend. We can't see anything. We didn't even have flashlights. That was the fun of it. We were outside not knowing what we were doing. And yeah, we all ended up smacking the ground.
Yep.
And no parent heard what happened, and we're all sitting there going, we just broke the trampoline because we were probably doing something we weren't supposed to be doing.
Yep.
How do we not tell them? And everybody's like sore because think about it. The people that were high up and then hit the ground, because it wasn't like once it split down the middle and it was not.
Oh, yeah, it split all the way down the middle from edge to edge.
It wasn't like one of those oval shaped one. It was like truly circular and it split down the middle. And so there's people on the ground, you're trying to go to the little ones like, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't tell them. And we're sitting there, how do we make sure they don't see this? I don't remember anybody getting in trouble for it. I think we got...
No, nobody got in trouble. We just got a new trampoline.
I think we got more in trouble when we were chunking lemons at each other.
Exactly.
That's the one that... Well, because that's a bruise, They were not happy about us chunking lemons at each other. But,
no, they did not like that. But it never really hurt that much.
No. I don't know. I don't think we really did anything, like, much more destructive than that. I know... Mikkel one time took like a gumball machine outside and chunked it on the ground, like a glass gumball machine, and just...
I remember that.
Mom was so mad.
Because it was just dumb.
There was dumb. No reason. One time I was at a dance competition. I think, Rika, were you home?
No, I was with y'all.
We were at a dance competition in Katy, and Mikkel was at home with my dad, and he took a rubber mallet and hit it on something. And it bounced back, and it hit him in the mouth, and it shoved his tooth through his mouth.
Yep.
And my dad calls my mom, we're like an hour and a half away. And it was just like, my dad had told him, he said, do not hit that with the rubber mallet. It will bounce back, and smack you in the face. What'd the boy do? Oh, yeah, he smacked that rubber mallet down, and it smacked him back. Y'all would not, imagine Mikkel being like this if you met him now. Like, he was...
He was a mess. For sure.
He had... I don't know if I can say this. The story of what he told people you were at school. It's not that bad. Mikkel at school, I don't know why... But he told...
a really, 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 really long time ago, like first grade.
They were in first grade. He told... This was before they lived with us. He told his friends at school that his twin sister was a witch and that she was going to get them with her magical powers.
Yeah, I was going to cast a spell.
She was going to cast a spell on them. He's unhinged, and he still is.
Oh,
there are so many...
He's unhinged in a completely different way.
Uh-huh. Rika one time... Okay, yes, I know the shenanigans. Here's another one. We were roller skating, okay? All of us... Yes,
no.
ma'am. Okay, I'll go back to when it happened at Disney, and then it happened at the roller rink. So we were at Disney, my freshman year, 8th grade to freshman year summer. Rika and Mikkel's first time going to Disney. Rika was obsessed with little bows in her hair. We were in the hotel, and it was during, a midday nap kind of period. And, so my mom, Mikkel, me, we're all napping. My dad is out, enjoying a beverage on the balcony. Rika's awake. She goes out there. She starts messing with my dad. I don't even know, smacking his head or whatever. I don't know, just messing with them. Getting on his nerves. He said, Rika, if you do that again, I'm going to take your bow away from you and throw it over the balcony.
It was joking, though. It wasn't mean. It was just... He was being funny. Always being
Yes.
funny.
And so she did it again, and he took that bow out of her hair. He chunked it over the balcony.
Yep.
Rika, at
And
the
you
time.
know what? We were on top of like a. Below was like the lobby, and they had like the overhang thing.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
canopy, and it landed on top of that, so I couldn't even get my bow back.
She couldn't get her bow back, and she had to sit and look at it that whole week that we were there. So the bow story then continues to when you were probably in like 4th, maybe 5th grade.
Fourth.
Okay, Noodle Roo. I'm gonna have to take that off now because that has cat hair on it now. We were at the roller skating rink. We went every Friday and Saturday night, and all of us wore inlines. Very important to note because I think it would not have hurt as bad if it was quads. We were rink rats up there, and we made friends with a lot of the regulars up there, and they loved messing with Rika and Mikkel because they were my age, which is a 6-year difference, but Rika and Mikkel were their friends too. They loved messing with them. And one of them, poor Ethan. Poor Ethan.
I thought it was Tyler.
No, it was Ethan. Because Ethan was a little bit younger than me. No, not Tyler. Ethan.
What was Tyler?
It was definitely Ethan.
Oh, gosh.
No. Ethan was messing with her, and she was smacking him, and so he took her bow out of her hair.
We were all wrestling. That is an important note. We were all wrestling. He was wrestling with me and Mikkel.
Okay. He's messing with Rika and Mikkel. Whatever happens, he takes the bow out of her hair. What does she do? She spider monkeys onto his back. She's got roller skates on. He is barefoot. She jumps onto his back. Give me the bow back! You know, all these things. She's going ghetto and then jumps off of his back and stomps on his bare foot with her skate. But he dropped the bow. And then she just skates off. Gets onto the floor like nothing happened. Me and my mom Mikkel are just sitting there, and Ethan is like, thank goodness she was little because it didn't hurt him that bad. Nothing was broke. But we're just sitting there like, what the heck? Like, this sweet little girl just...
Yeah, looking back now, I feel really bad.
Oh, yeah, it was horrible. Like, we were just sitting there like we can't even get her to apologize because homegirl bounced.
I don't know her.
And Ethan's just like, she just did that to me. We're like, you shouldn't have taken her bow. After that, she stopped wearing bows. Don't touch the girl's bow, though, is what we learned that day.
Yeah.
You don't wear bows anymore. But you used to have I
didn't wear bows, yeah.
You had a very extensive collection.
I did. I had a whole display rack.
I know.
For my bows.
That and your scarves. Her scarves and her bows.
I still have so many scarves. I just don't wear them because it doesn't get cold enough.
I feel like they're just like not in. They're just not.
No, they're not. No one wears scarves.
And they're like
very. If you wear scarves, it's just
like okay. What's trendy?
Not.
What's trendy for her age is not scarves, and I feel like they're very itchy on your neck.
They are, and I am a very hot person, so I'm always hot.
Yeah.
And it never like okay. Somebody could say, "Oh, 40 degrees is cold." I can't wear a scarf in 40 degrees. I'll get hot.
Yeah.
I like the cold weather. I'm somebody who gets hot all the time, which is actually funny because when we were younger and we would be driving home from the skating rink, I would say that I was hot, and my mom would tell me to put my face on the window.
Because it would be cold at night. And she'd be like, mind you, these kids were like speed skaters. They raced. So all night from 7 to 11, they're pretty much going and going and going. So on the way home, I could be like, Mom, I'm so hot. Can you turn the air up? And she'd be like, no, it's cold. Put your face on the window.
And I would, and it was always cold, but it never did enough. I tried to go to sleep.
Put your face on the window.
Nope.
I can't even imagine how many stories of us there is that we don't even remember.
I know.
Like, I used to, during the summer, every night, we didn't have a curfew because we didn't need to go to bed at a certain time because it was summer. After my mom and dad would go to bed, in the living room, we would have, like, movie marathons, and we'd watch, like, Nanny McPhee, and I would make them, R.L. Stein's. I would make them what did I call it? Like a pudding. I called it something.
I don't know.
And I always made really good puddings with, like, I'd get the pudding snack pads.
She would fix them up for us.
I would do whipped cream. I'd do sprinkles, sometimes cinnamon. But then one day, Mikkel made me very angry. Very angry. So I put hot sauce in the middle. And I put mustard, I put hot sauce, I put ketchup and mixed it in. And I actually served it to them in a bowl sometimes. So this time I used 2 pudding packs and then mixed everything in so you couldn't see. And I gave that to him and woo! I don't think he ever tested me again. After that, it was kind of like, don't mess with Megan. She will.
Mean.
Yeah. R.L. Stein's was great.
Yeah, we did watch R.L. Stein's a lot.
We watched Nanny McPhee so many times too. But y'all loved
Hotel for Dogs.
Hotel for Dogs. We watched B-Movie a few times.
Yeah.
They would want to watch the same movies over and over again.
Yeah, me and Mikkel, yeah.
It was like insane.
We
So
loved watching it.
a lot of times I would sit on my phone, but that was just like how we bonded and how I kept them quiet because they were loud because there were 2 of them. And how can we spend time with each other without them getting overly excited because they couldn't control their loudness? Movies and give them a treat, and it works. They looked forward to it all day. It would get to be about 8 o'clock and they'd be like, Megan, how much longer? But then they started to pick up on cues on when my dad eats dinner, he's going to go to bed about 30 minutes after that. Or when the living room lights go off, that's when we can go out there to go watch movies. So that was only during summer though, and maybe on a Saturday night. Maybe.
Yeah, but usually not because we're skating.
Yeah, well, that was when y'all were even younger, though. Like, y'all were even younger when we watched movies.
Yeah.
So many movies, so many Disney movies,
Megan also used to put whipped cream in her pink lemonade.
Oh my gosh, I need to try that again.
That was, I never understood that. Like, I tried it, and it's, like, it's not bad, but Megan would do it, like, religiously.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
Yes.
We need to go to Dollar General and was it the little pink lemonade packets?
Yes, you would just put it in a water bottle.
Oh my gosh, and shake it up.
Yes.
I need to try that again. I remember it being really good. It made it, like, extra sweet.
Yeah, I can imagine it being good. It's just...
Are you wanting those to go in the oven?
I mean, I'm done.
Are you going to want to make more?
No, do I need to?
If you want to.
Do I? I'll make more, just not these ones.
Well, yeah, no, you can, no. Oh, no, I don't mean
no
of
more
that.
Fishies.
Okay, I'll end this live in just a minute because we've been going for an hour, and then I'll set the oven up. We just have to watch the cats because they knocked it over one day. It was off, but I had a whole bunch of earrings just kind of cooling off in there. It was bad. That's an ugly cutter.
Oh, thanks.
That is an ugly cutter. It's so big.
It gives Minecraft vibes.
You could make a creeper.
Does anyone like Minecraft?
Nobody would buy that.
Anyone like Minecraft?
No.
Say yes, please.
All right, guys. Well, I am going to start finally making some clay because I've done nothing. In about an hour, we're going to have to go do some goat treatments. Me and Riker are going to hang out. Thank y'all for joining. I've been down this memory lane with us. It was really great.
I hope y'all enjoyed our childhood.
Thanks for watching. Like, we're still going strong with, like, 87 people are genuinely sitting here listening to this.
Listening to us talk about our childhood?
Yes, amazing. And how horrible we were.
We were fun.
If Mom knew anything, the wheelbarrow game. The wheelbarrow game, Rika. That's all I need to say.
I know.
Or the taking that nasty stuffed animal.
Ugh.
And in the freezer, yeah.
Just mean.
Okay, we were bad. We were bad. All right, guys, thanks for joining. I hope y'all have an amazing night, another amazing weekend. I'll catch y'all next time on another live. Bye, friends.